Mind philosophy discusses the insights from some of the greatest thinkers over time. It will also demonstrate how their wisdom can be applied against the complexities and challenges we face in modern society. It's how philosophy can be used as a vehicle to produce a better version of who we are and how we interact within ourselves and each other. We hear countless stories of acts of kindness. The greatest stories, though, come from those who are perhaps not the one doing the deed themselves. It was once taught to never brag about our good deeds. Yet, in today's world of social media, if we don't spruik ourselves of our own acts of benevolence, well, we will be left behind for others to realise. This is not to undermine the many acts of kindness. To be honest, the world needs this more than ever. It is for us, though, to realise that among all the clatter of information in our modern world, we can question their motives instead of blindly following one just because they are popular. Nietzsche tells his story of his prophet Zarathustra as he descends to share many discourses of wisdom. I've also released another 3 Thus Spoke Zarathustra videos. The link is in the description and is part of a series of Thus Spoke Zarathustra videos with more to come. This is another of Zarathustra's discourses of the virtuous. Zarathustra talks of how our senses are dormant and feeble, where the voice of beauty speaks softly and is only noticed by the most awakened souls. Yet he hears the murmur of the virtuous, and we ask for something more than just a harmony of their words. Zarathustra says, "Do you want reward for virtue and heaven for earth and eternity for your today? And are you angry with me because I teach that there is no reward giver or paymaster?" Zarathustra talks of loving your virtue as the mother of her child. As when is it ever heard that a mother wants to be paid for their duty? Our virtue is your dearest self, the desire within, the continuous struggle that turns itself. The light of your virtue is still travelling even when its task is done. Though it be forgotten and dead, its beam of light still lives and travels. Our true virtue comes from within. It is not something that is alien, forming a skin. It forms a truth that comes from the bottom of your soul, a glorification from the heart. Yet virtue for some is also of a tone that withers under a whip, a voice we become weary of listening to. Their voices grow lazy as what they call virtue has turned into a vice filled with hatred and jealousy. They come to us in various forms, like carts carrying stones downhill, like household clocks that are wound and repeat their motions. Yet they are drowned in the sea of their own righteousness. For one who states they are virtue is to assert being an expert on what is good and evil. Yet Zarathustra will not question those liars and fools of what they know of virtue. He comes to you, that you might grow weary of their words, that you have learnt from them. As Zarathustra wants to take away all the maxims and virtues we have learnt from those we deem not worthy, you will scold him for taking away these comforts, like children who play on the seashore will have their shells washed away into the deep. Yet the same wave will then bring us new, brightly coloured seashells to enjoy. Thus they will be consoled, and you too, my friends. shall like them have your consolations and new coloured shells. Thus spoke Zarathustra. We have emerged from an age where to talk about oneself was only conceived in its brevity, where now, in order to survive, it has become a necessity. As we crave to be noticed, it is tempting to offer our good deeds as a masquerade in order to stand out from the crowd. Yet, we cannot silence the world, for as long as we have tongues to speak, the virtues from one tongue are only as powerful as what we allow our ears to hear, our minds to listen. There is, though, much wisdom to be bought, and much that can be taught from the true values we hold within our hearts. We always admire those who are of genuine spirit. It is the hallmark of our nature that we are constantly drawn to. It is left for us to make our choices, as the wisdom we partake becomes the wisdom we create. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe. And feel free to leave your comments. Also look out for my other Thus Spoke Zarathustra videos as part of this series, and more to come. I look forward to seeing you on our next journey.